Alright, so this is the updated review of the Landyachtz EVO. Oh shit. Got updated trucks, the caliber 50 cal trucks. I got came with the stock bushings. I have no idea what they are, to be honest. But then I also started using my Orangutan 86A wheels, and I changed these bearings as well. I was riding Bones Reds, and then I ended up buying Moors, I think. The guy told me from the store that they were really just more downhill than they were just cruising, because it has less ball bearing and more space for it to actually spin. Now that I've had this board for roughly about a year, I can kind of go into more depth of what it's good at, what it's not so good at, if I recommend it or not. Yeah, I'm not really talking about specs though, so if you want to go to specs, I guess just look up the board. But first off, what's it good for? Well, anyone who knows anything about the EVO and its reputation is that, well, as the deck says, 4-time World Series championship, and it's just an amazing board downhill. You know, with the right set out, you know, trucks and whatever, but because it's so heavy, the deck itself, it really you won't get speed wobbles or anything. To be honest, when I got it from Cali, I had it, I had a totally different set out. I had Bear Grizzlies and my Zombie Hogs that were 80A, and to be honest, they were good, they really were, but I didn't feel too comfortable on an 80A wheel. Like, the fact that it was Zombie Hogs and they were rounded off, and I don't know, I didn't feel comfortable on it. I felt like it was going to slide out if I go down a hill or something. Where I live, there's not really too many downhills and whatever, but yeah, so it never really did slide out, plus the board was it still is really heavy, you know. And yeah, so I put my Orangutan wheels from my previous board. I was running a Sector 9, also a really good board. If I didn't break the deck, I'd do a review of that too. Nonetheless, yeah, so it's amazing downhill. I've literally never copped speed wobbles with it. And even when I got these trucks brand new, they were really loose. Like, you literally, I don't know, you stand on it, it just goes to one side. So even with that, never got speed wobbles. Let's see. The downsides, I think for me personally, because I'm not always downhilling, like, this is my board to get from point A to point B every day, pretty much. So I feel like I have more cons than I do pros, but alright, so it is much heavier, it's much thicker, I wouldn't say it's too maneuverable. Like, if I don't know, if I want to do a full U-turn on the road, or if I want to kick out a slide or whatever, you really have to use a lot more of your body weight than just your legs. Yeah, so it's a lot more work, you know, if you're not just going down a hill. Like, if the road's not just taking you, then it is a bit of pain in the ass, to be honest. Oh, something else that I do have to say that I love about this board is the D-wedged tail and the up-wedged front. Don't actually know what that's called, but whatever. Yeah, I absolutely love that because when you do the eagle stand down the hill, you know, you have your back foot resting up against there, and then you can get a lot of angle with your body, and you're a lot more aerodynamic than what you would be if you're just standing. I do have to say this board is very durable. That's not to say that, you know, I've, you know, stacked and it's went into a tree or something. I have stacked heaps, but yeah, the board is still really good condition. Like, for whatever's happened to it, it's still in really good condition. It can withstand a lot. You know, the maple build is, well, really, really good. Also, something that I've recently learnt off a mate of mine is that how to ride, and then as you're riding, so you're just riding and then you kick out the back and keep riding. Something that I've realised with this board especially, because I've tried doing it on his board as well, is that the Evo does it much better. It's a lot more stable when you kick out any kind of slide. Before, I guess you could say I was injured, I used to do like floor slides where you put your hands on the ground and slide it around. Yeah, I used to do a lot of those, and honestly, it would do them quite well. Like if you're going at a fair speed, you know, something that I picked up very easily and kind of the hard way is that if you want to do like any kind of slide, you have to be going fast. Like the board's heavy enough that if you're going slow and you try and kick out a slide, you're going to fly off it. Which, I don't know, maybe it's my technique or whatever, but other than the re-kick out, I haven't been able to get it to do anything. Then again, I'm not, you know, I don't go out and I don't try and kick out slides or whatever. It's literally just my board to get from point A to point B. In a few weeks, hopefully, I'm going to get the Apex 37, just the deck, because I have trucks and I have wheels and I have bearings, I have everything. I don't really need to pay an extra $70-80 for all that crap. I might just need new bearings, but that's like $10-15. Yeah, so when I do get the Apex 37, I will do a review of that as well. Also, I know I don't get anything for this, but I highly recommend you guys check out Landyachtz board shop, Merskate longboard shop, which is right there. That is where I got my razors and I got my T-tool. I got a bunch of stickers that I still have. I got bushings that I also still haven't used, 98 bushings. I got them specifically for downhill, but when I get my Apex, I will then use them a lot. I'll have the Apex set up probably with these bushings because they're a lot more smoother and whatever. I'll just keep them on my my Bear Grizzlies, because the Bear Grizzlies were really soft. Like, I felt like you'd kick out a slide with that easily. And then I'll put my 90As on these because this is my downhill board. Yeah, so if anyone has any questions, you could leave them in the comment section below. If you have any inquiries or anything, you can leave me a personal message. Sorry. Yeah, and also a shout out to Cairo skateboard products Flow footstops, and Caliber for their trucks, Orangutan for their wheels, and I just figured out that it was Modus, which were the bearings. I don't know if they sell them all around the world, but I recently found out about them. So yeah, like, favorite, and subscribe.